Well, I think we're just ranking the overseas marquee bowlers and then the domestic pace bowlers, and probably the pace battle rounders as well.
Let's start with that, and then we can plug them in afterwards.
Big Basket now presents RCB Bold Diaries.
Is there an argument to split the two lists, particularly the pace bowlers overseas and domestic pace bowlers, the specialist ones, not the all-rounders, into like maybe a power play and a depth rank?
Yeah, I think we should. We should do new ball, so first and second over, and then there's those types of bowlers, 𝗘𝗍𝗄𝗧, for example, that we think aren't that category. We should list them.
I think we should also look at splitting the power play into 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because there are a lot of 1, 2, 3 bowlers. Out of that, one is Yash that we have, but 4, 5, 6 is a skill.
Is that fair? Like if you bowl back-ended power play, you're normally a death bowler.
Well, that may be right, but I don't know that it's right. So why don't we do overs 1 to 3, overs 4 to 6, and death? Do 3, and then you can cross-reference to make sure that.
Alright, and let's put bowlers in. Jofra might be in all of them.
Yes. Right.
Rabada.
What do we think to Rabada?
All, yeah. I think so.
Hazelwood ball. Bolt probably just death and 1 to 3.
So we'll keep 1 to 3 death.
Why don't we just do IPL first, and then we can do an international cricket afterwards, like we did with the overseas batters.
Alright, cool.
I'm massively reluctant to look at other competitions. First 3 overs ranked by wickets.
Quite an outlier, isn't it? Well, come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it really is. 3 times as many as number 2. Crazy.
Incredible. 𝗘𝗫𝗄𝗧 is pretty decent as well.
Rabada's not bad.
His speed is 138 only.
No, but his bounce will be his differentiator.
And the backspin that he gets on the ball,
Yeah.
the skid and that.
But that's not the discussion. Yeah. He's got other things that pose threats. He still splices the bat quite a lot, things like that. Bolt is an obvious outlier, given the way he's used. Stark featured highly for wickets, even in just 1 year.
Even
𝗘𝗫𝗄𝗧 definitely. Then go Archer. These might not be in order. I'm just doing the top 5. Archer and Hazelwood would probably feature based on our view on them as bowlers, given that they haven't played quite so much.
So with Jofra Archer, I think we know the X factor that he brings to the table. He's special. It's only how close say he was to what he was.
No, true. I mean, one is he back to his best. Number 2, just be aware saying that this is what the data says, this is the decision, but we take the decision. There's no issue with the decision here.
So let's just see Jofra Archer year by year.
Perennial issue is we are not getting wickets upfront in Chinnaswamy Stadium.
बस यही बोलना है, यही तुम्हारा ऐड?
Yeah, that's it.
सही है यार. Now delivering in 10 minutes.
Right, moving on to 4 to 6. We'll start with IPL. What are we interested in? Wickets or economy rate in this period?
Wickets first.
Both.
I'm reluctant towards the Stark, Bolt and Jansen to be judged too much in this phase, Andy. I think you'll know the answer.
Go on.
Because they would have bowled very good 1 and 3 and hence they'd get 5. They're already in rhythm, they're doing well in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entry point for the bowler itself is the 4th over, it'll look very different. A lot of these bowlers are already bowled too.
DK, stick to task.
Wait till the bottle of water.
Who's next? Those samples are so small. It's annoying. This is taking me back to all the frustrations last year when we were looking through fast bowlers. You just keep getting too many contextual bits or small sample sizes or conditions. It's just so hard to use the data in the same way. Difficult one. I think we should. Let's try like we've done with the others. Let's do a top tier, so it narrows down your video watching. Right, let's try and put ourselves under pressure to a bit of ranking. I feel like we're not learning a lot from the data on this area. So I think what we need to do.
I will do it, don't worry.
Are you serious, DK? This guy's a liability. Absolute liability.
Now you put me under pressure.
I can't believe he's just done that. That is content gold. No, but he's not even put it in the right colours now.
No, yeah.
Okay.
3 teams here which you want to.
Okay, take picture and let him make. No.
So we're doing a death ranking here, yeah?
Just putting guys who we expect to be in tier 1. I assume 𝗃𝗏. We can rank them afterwards.
Hoff.
Stark, definitely.
Mr. Deserve.
I think he deserves to be, yeah. Let's do Indian quicks,
Okay.
please, guys.
15 bowlers there. There might be some who haven't played IPL.
Freddy, do you mind me just rattling off names from Omi's list?
I think whatever you say has a lot of value here, not just for your pace bowling but also general impressions, because so far it's just been the 4 of us and we've been going back and forth and we're arguing. The important point is not whether we like what you're saying or not. We want to be challenged.
So who did we say was second? Although Bhuvi doesn't get injured.
No, just for the record, I am convinced he is the best bowler India has after Bumrah even today.
What?
Bhuvi
Really?
𝗘𝗃𝗀𝗀. He is the best T20 bowler.
Where's Rasik?
Put that Rasik Salam purely on skills.
The more important skills are in power play, in the 2 phases in power play and at the death. Those are the skills that we are interested in.
Archdeep, Bhuvi, Rasik, Hazelwood.
What about Yash?
And Yash, obviously, yeah. And Rasik. Freddie? Moving forward, what I see we need to do is, we now feel like we're in a place ready to look at order, which we've got, and order will also lead us to cost. What thresholds are we working at? I think for a lot of the others, the order is okay. It's not too bad. Like, I think it's still worth us debating Hazelwood, Rabada, Stark. I think we should have another go at that. We'd have to get someone to properly model the relative supply and demand across the teams. Like, you'd have to look at auction order. You'd have to look at the things that Freddie's looked at. You'd have to look at the timing of when things come out and how much money people have left. Like, it's quite a sophisticated thing for us to have something that we're going to trust. So let's not expect we're going to get that, but we might get some sort of an indication from what Freddie's done that still guides us.
For me, Hazelwood is 1, 2, 3. Why I say that is because of what he gives us at 10. That is what we are paying money for. That is what we want him for.
I think Hazelwood should be higher than the others.
Correct.
Because he's coming. If he comes last, we're more desperate.
That's where I was getting at.
Hazelwood should be higher. So let's assume we haven't got Rabada or Stark. If Bolt comes before Hazelwood in that 6th set, what are we going for? We know that Bolt is good in the power play but comes with some death compromises.
But who's going to bowl death then?
In my view, why are we setting an unrealistic budget for our second
That's how
priority?
auction works, we don't know who's going to go for what money.
But that's not about that. We've said, you keep saying it's unrealistic to get Hazelwood.
So should we increase the money for Hazelwood?
I'm making a different point now. He's our priority number 2 and we keep saying it's an unrealistic budget.
Because the point is, you are saying 8, you won't get Hazelwood.
It's supposed to be 10.
10. If you put 10, then it's going back to the old stuff.
If we were to go back to the original plan,
So then
if you have to find more money for that, where do you find it from?
yeah, then the point here is we are going to old one and we are saying our priority is 10 and we are not getting it.
We've always spoken about a strong Indian middle order. We need an Indian middle order batsman. That's why we put it at 10 and
Okay,
we
we
share.
did. Well, we also had Hazelwood as our role as our number 2, and we've now said we're setting an unrealistic budget for that.
Ready? Put Hoff at 10.
No, 12 now.
So, like, imagine if we don't get any of Hazelwood, Stark, Rabada, Bolt. What are we doing?
That is fine, but that will arrive at when we discuss option strategy
Correct.
and the pricing.
See, I'm talking about.
Because I feel because since we have locked in Yash as an Indian, then we need to get a gun for
Up to what are we bidding for Siraj?
No, I'd probably say between 8 and 12, something like that. Are we sure these numbers guarantee us these? If they do, we can move forward to a next step.
I think the obvious answer is there are no guarantees.
Of course.
Big Basket Now presents RCB Bold Diaries.